get locked up and say, man, he's snitching on me. Who? Who's snitching on you? Who? You?
Oh yeah, we extorted Rick Ross. We extorted Meek Mills. We grabbed him up in the club and held him against his will and called Rick Ross like, if you don't pay us.
Nigga kill over a bitch but let a rat keep his wife.
Shit, this record. Shout out to Off the Porch podcast. Got my nigga Dawgface on there. Again, this about his third, fourth time. One thing, it's a treat when two players meet. They got this chemistry that it flow. You know what I'm saying? But right here, Dawgface about to go ahead and get into the podcast world, telling and snitching and how Wack made it cool. And some of the things Wack have done on No Jumper to the Rollin 60's as a pyro, how he infiltrated. Let's see what Dawg talking about.
The world of YouTubing, podcasting, and blogging was going to turn into, who knew that some of the most prominent figures in the world of YouTubing, podcasting, and blogging were going to turn into modern day investigative journalists, bro? Who knew that was going to happen? Like the situation with Wack100 and his whole exposure camp, Loose Cannon and 600 Christopher Lovejoy and his whole exposure camp. I thought that shit was just a one-off that was exclusive to California, to the whole LA shit. Who knew that you had so many people who were secretly on the same tip as a Wack100, bro? Wack100, in terms of how Wack100 and Loose Cannon specifically and Christopher Lovejoy, how they played Big U. When you look at guys who all claiming to be street motherfuckers, all claiming to be Crips and Bloods and Pyros, when you look at how they played Big U, how they got on Clubhouse and then got on social media and then got on YouTube.
They took this telling shit on the road. They went from platform to platform, setting fires, telling all the business. What Wack did is diabolical. That's the word, diabolical. This nigga Wack takes Rollin 60's, neighborhood, he befriend them. How? I don't know. I guess the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But you niggas, neighborhood, Rollin 60, on Crip Cub, y'all picked the wrong friend. Crater Face, on Pyro, you niggas switched teams, probably because Big U wasn't breaking bread with y'all, how y'all thought y'all supposed to get it. He had y'all putting in work, doing this, doing that, and he wasn't paying y'all or something. That's the only reason I can see y'all going against Big U like that. Nah. Is that a good reason to change teams? Obviously, no. The red team always been out to step on the blue team, right? What made you think it was going to be any different? But these clowns are so clownish and computers don't compute. These niggas is sitting with a pyro telling all the Rollin 60 business. And they ain't noticing. This pyro ain't telling none of his crimes. He got y'all telling all y'all crimes. And y'all doing it willingly. From platform to platform. It's more.
And start talking about unsolved crimes, extortion, murder, robberies, assaults. When you see how Wack100, Loose Cannon, Christopher Lovejoy, you see how they played Big U? All for the purposes of trying to make happen what eventually happened. They're the ones, their exposure and their coverage of the things that Big U was alleged to have done, they put a spotlight on that shit to the point to where the feds used them to help build a case, a workable, usable, serviceable case against Big U and got him locked up. And then, bro, listen, Wack100, you can say what you want to say about him, but at what point in time does a motherfucker who banging Pyro, At what point in time is he able to convince all Crips to turn against a Crip? Loose Cannon, Crip. Brick Baby, Crip. 600 claims to be, they all claim to be Crips, neighborhood cats. At what time in history can a motherfucker who wears a Pyru flag, for better or for worse, is able to convince motherfuckers from a whole different set to go against a member of their set, whether they like him or not? They got a motherfucker sitting in federal lockup right now, and the stupid motherfuckers got themselves locked up by telling shit that really happened.
Whole time, we thinking it's just the young niggas that don't want to get away with their crimes. Nah. These niggas around the same age as me, telling it all to a computer or a phone, and then get locked up and say, man, he's snitching on me. Who's snitching on you? Who? You?
Oh yeah, we extorted Rick Ross. We extorted Meek Mills. We grabbed him up in the club and held him against his will and called Rick Ross like, if you don't pay us, you ain't gonna see him no more, we're gonna put him in the trunk. They interviewing motherfuckers from LA who allegedly stole a U-Haul truck full of Christmas toys at Big U's instruction. These are Crips. They're interviewing Crips talking about real life crimes. And Wack100 manipulated these motherfuckers and he put them on No Jumper. He put them on his podcast to shine a light on it because he knew what the fuck was gonna happen. Wack100 is a brilliant piece of shit. Because he was able to manipulate, these niggas supposed to be gangsters. These ain't just no square L7 motherfuckers. These motherfuckers been in prison, jail, they didn't put work in on hood, on Crip, on the set, on Pyru, on blood, they did all